Welcome to the Elevate Media Podcast with your host, Chris Anderson. In this show, Chris and his guests will share their knowledge and experience on how to go from zero to successful entrepreneur. They have built their businesses from scratch and are now ready to give back to those who are just starting. Let's get ready to learn, grow, and elevate our businesses. And now, your host, Chris Anderson.
Welcome back to another episode of the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, and today's episode is going to be a quicker one. I want to tell you a little bit of a story. Maybe it's like a parable, and I want to kind of break it down as to why it's one of my favorites and why I share it and like to talk about it with other people. And that is that when you chase two rabbits, you catch neither. But I don't know about you, and if you've ever tried to chase a rabbit, you might be able to say chase two chickens as well. We have chickens. And if you're chasing two of them, good luck, because they're going to be all over the place, running around, and it's going to be almost impossible to catch two at the same time because they're not going to follow each other, and you can't do it. So this parable kind of goes back to business. When we try to chase two things, when we try to do two things in business really well, we're not going to do either very well at all. So that's why we need to put all our effort into one thing, especially when we're starting out. And if you look at all the successful entrepreneurs, the Mark Cubans, the Bill Gates, the Jeff Bezos, they put all their energy and drive and focus and determination into one big project at first. Yes, as they've grown and as they've been successful, they've been able to branch out into different avenues, to different projects. And that's because they have the means and the funds and the ability and the access to more people, to more things, to allow them to focus on other things. But when you're starting out, you want to focus your attention on one single thing and become so good at that that you become successful, that becomes the driving force to that next level. Because when you chase one rabbit, your percentage of success goes up a lot more because you can focus. You can see where it's going. You can put your attention on that one rabbit. And it's the same in business. Get really good at one single thing. Maybe that's a group coaching course. Maybe that's your agency. Maybe that's speaking. Maybe that's selling your book. Whatever it is, focus on that one thing and get really, really good at it. And then eventually, when you get to the point and you've had the success in that, you're going to have more means, you're going to have more manpower to be able to take care of that one rabbit that you focus so much attention on, that then you can go and catch another rabbit and add it to your mini farm or your collection or whatever it is. But you've got to focus on that one at the beginning, because you can't be just chasing everything, because all your energy is going to get depleted. You're not going to get anything done successfully or to its full potential if you try to chase it all and do it all. So stop looking at these super successful people who are doing everything, because they had to go through that singular focus and become really good at something and get really great success with it to allow themselves the opportunities to do more. And that comes in time. So again, when you chase two rabbits, you catch neither. Remember that. When you're trying to make a decision in business, in life, if something is going to serve you well, if it's going to serve your purpose well, it's going to add to that instead of detract from it. Think about that. Is this a part of that same rabbit I'm chasing? Or is it another one, a shiny object that's going to get me off track? Because it's so easy to do. There's so much out there that can distract us, that we think is going to be the next big thing to propel us forward on our journey of entrepreneurship. If we would just continue to focus on that one rabbit, where your strength is, what you're good at, where there's a huge need for that you've been building, that's where you're going to find success. Because most people don't chase that one rabbit long enough to catch it. Like I said, rabbits are quick. You're not going to catch it right away. It's a game. You got to, think about where it's going to go. You've got to get it into a position that allows you to almost corner it, get to that moment, but it's not going to happen right away. And everyone's chase for the rabbit looks different. The length of it is different, and the outcomes are different. Sometimes you realize you're chasing the wrong rabbit, and there's not the one you want. But that has to come after you've tested and gone and got a mentor. Hey, how do I catch this rabbit? Someone who's done it. But we don't stay on that chase long enough to get to success, to catch that rabbit. So I hope this brought value today. Again, I said it was going to be a short one. I want to get to the point. Hopefully it can sit with you. If you're in the midst of building something and you're getting discouraged because you're not getting the results that you want, you're not at those 10K months or above yet, don't give up. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the right thing. Don't let the shiny objects distract from your journey and get you off track. Keep moving forward. And if you don't have a mentor, if you're not listening to someone who is where you're wanting to get to, find someone. There's shows like mine. There's so many people out there who give free value on how to grow and how to elevate along your journey. Just listen and then take action on what they say. If they're where you're at, listen to them. There are many people out there who are trying to help through their podcasts, their video podcasts, and add value. So find them. They're out there. We're out there trying to help. We want you to succeed. We want you to get to that next level. You just got to find the right mentor. And when you're ready, the teacher will show themselves, right? You will find that person as long as you're looking. So take this, go out there, continue to elevate your lives, elevate your brands, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Elevate Media Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. See you in the next episode.